Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I should have timed that one better, but I can't always time the coughing. Alright. I just wanted to talk about these changes that Wargaming has made to auto aim. And you know, on my YouTube feed, sometimes these CCs pop up. And one of them was talking about auto aim changes. I don't know if they're gonna make it a full-time thing, if they're just testing it or whatever. But and I know I keep ragging on these CCs, but my God, they say, I just don't agree with what they're saying. And seems like these are the guys who have Wargame's ear, of course, and that's why they're CCs. So, but I hear guys, us not here, but reading guys' comments on this auto aim changes. And small guys saying that, you know, if they go ahead with these changes, the game's gonna be pretty much unplayable for me. You know, they're saying, right? My eyesight's not good, or my, you know, I'm old, and you know, this auto aim the way it was helps me, and you know, but these CCs, they always got their freaking groupies, I call them, who hang off every word they say, right? And this, again, another English CC is going on about how he's been pushing for these changes on, well, pushing for changes to auto aim and get good and your skill and this and that. Well, give me a fucking break, man. I'm so sick of these CCs talking, you know, they're talking shit. I'm not the one talking shit. They're talking shit to people. I'm sick and tired of it. I know there's bigger things going on in the world than to worry about this game. You know, but this game is kind of like a pastime, like for older guys. I don't know. Forget about their troubles or whatever for a little while, and you know, try and have some fun. Wargaming just seems to be taking one step after another to ruin your fun. I'm just skipping ahead in this game a little bit to show you, and this is all just recent gameplay I'm picking here to talk to you about. Show examples of where you know, I'm getting focus fire, and this is what I say is unique about my channel, my videos. Even though my channel is small and hardly anybody watches my stuff, and I appreciate those guys who do, but you know, if Wargame is going to make this game more difficult for, you know, casual, anybody who's not a fucking CC, let's put it that way. And I don't know if you've been keeping up with Klaus Kellerman. I've been talking a lot about Klaus lately. My fellow Canadian, Klaus Kellerman. But, you know, Klaus is saying on his channel too, he's finally caught up to me, Klaus. A little bit behind, but he's finally caught up. He's got a big channel. It's got a lot of guys who subscribe to it. And he's saying too that we'll come back to this guy here at the end, you know, because we had a lead. It's no reason why we shouldn't have won that game when I died. I'm occupying all the enemy fire. And this is what I say is unique about my channel. I don't see these CCs getting shot at anywhere near the way I am. Especially if there's already in the match. I see them walking around, literally undressed, and nobody shoots at them. You know, and Klaus has been talking lately about, you know, The RNG looks like the RNG. Looks like the matchmaker is not it's not the same for the CCs. He's of course talking about the PC side, right? He doesn't have anything to do with the console side. But it's the same thing over here. You know, I watch their gameplay and they're not getting anywhere near the matchmaker. They're not getting anywhere near the same guys on their team as I am. Maybe you, too. They're not getting anywhere near the same guys on the enemy team as often. I'm supposing, by their win rates. They're getting absolute duds on the enemy team. Duds who don't shoot at it. It doesn't happen to me. That's why my channel, I say, is unique. And I know I'm not putting myself in the same category as a YouTube channel. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not comparing myself to those guys. But my gameplay is not their gameplay. The matchmaking Wargaming gives to me is not the same matchmaking they're getting. The RNG I get is not the same. Not even close to what they're getting. Now, just to back off for a sec here and talk about this game. I'm skipping ahead at certain points because this is already a long video. It's difficult for me to talk through long videos, right? So, these guys who camp, I'm not picking on these guys. There's a million guys like this who play this game. They can't finish, you know, we had a lead when I died. It was a slight lead, but it was a lead, and I had all those guns shooting at me exclusively. This is what happens to me over and over and over in this game. Guys spot beer. They fire at beer. He misses the shot there. That's crucial. I knew, because I've seen this 100 times before, we're not going to win. We're not going to win, even when there was two dangerous TDs like this left on our team. Why? Because those guys are campers. Those guys were camping at the back the whole game. Right? Watching the lead that we had evaporate. So I knew this was going to be a loss because I've seen it replayed over and over and over again. And the guys who are completely lacking in aggression, they can't do this end part here. They can't finish games off like this because I think I deleted another example because, you know, I don't want to embarrass guys, but, you know, guys who run, I said one of my previous videos, they just run back and forth in their own end zone. They run from one camping spot to another. You know, where they feel comfortable. They're comfortable at the back camp and they cannot push forward at the end when it's necessary to win. They can't do that because they're not comfortable doing it. Anyhow, going back to the comment section of these he's, I see other guys, you know, who they're groupies supporting what they're saying. Say, oh yeah, you gotta get good. You gotta get good. Well, who's shooting at you? And where are you getting good from? Are you getting good at the back? Like these guys here? Yeah, where nobody's shooting at you? Is that where you're getting good from? At the back? Like these examples here? Again, I'm not picking on anybody. I could show example after example after example. I could do a whole video on screenshots like that. Is this where you're getting good from? Huh? The very corner of the map. Don't talk in the comment sections, please, about how good you are and how this kind of changes. They don't affect you because you're so good. Nobody's shooting at you because you're at the back, man. If you're sitting at the back, you should be keeping your mouth shut. I'm not talking about how good you are. Nobody, you know. auto aim doesn't affect me because I don't have 10, 12, 15 guys shooting at me. I'm hiding at the back. Again, this recent gameplay I'm showing you here, instant I'm spotted. I had a game I just got rid of, actually. I should have kept it. The beach party in a tier 10 match. As soon as I'm spotted in my beach party, the tier 8 medium premium tank, I'm getting shot at by tier 10 artillery. Instant I'm spotted. Sorry, and I say over and over in my videos, because it's true, it's very hard for me to even survive a winning match, because I'm not a CC. Right? Guys shoot at me as soon as they spot me. So, if you take away auto aim, you leave it the way they've testing it out the way it is now, instead of putting it back the way it was. Sometimes the only hope I had was to lock on to somebody and return fire on maybe a couple tanks before I got killed. That was my only hope of doing any damage. Because I have so many guys who, as soon as they see beer, they're trying to shoot me. They're trying to put as many holes into me as possible. And the artillery guys will shoot at me as no matter what tank, what tier, exclusively. Again, check out my Kill Beer series. It's a playlist. I got more to add to that too. I got tons of videos to catch up on. And I thought here I'm kind of, far enough away. There's another guy beside me here, but no, there was guys across there who never took his eyes off me, and gets me there. And in this game here, I point out where the enemy is, and a lot of times, so the guys on my team, they just so at the lunch, they'll completely ignore information like that, right? But once in a while, I'll get lucky, or Wargaming screw up or something like that, and they'll put me on a team who is kind of paying attention to the map and to where guys are pinging on the map. This is one of those games, one of those teams. I'm just going to skip ahead again in time here. This brave fellow here finally gets courage to move up. At least he does move up. And this guy there who came up and as I was pinging where this artillery guy was, he was paying attention to that and knew from, he saw what was happening. He was behind us and saw what had happened to me and that other guy in the medium with me. And he moves up to finish him off here. So this turns out to be a win. Thankfully. But I'm just showing it as an example. As soon as I'm spotted, it's like when I am on your team, and I don't mean this to sound like a brag. It's not as, I'm just telling you, this is what happens to me. And I like to show everything, that I say with video. It's like you're playing a team that doesn't have artillery on it, where your team does. You know what I mean? Because, or say you have an advantage of 5, 6, 7, 10. I'm not bragging here. Just telling you, 10 tanks. It should be a win like this every time. A very decisive win because some tanks, some games, some teams take advantage. Hey, they're not shooting at me. That means I can do something. But the teams I get put on are so busy camping and not doing anything, not looking at what's happening on the screen. that they're useless at the end game, so it's a loss. They're completely useless hiding at the back. I'm wondering if those are the same guys who's saying, the groupies saying, get good. Get good from the back of the map where nobody's shooting at you. Again, this is just recent gameplay. It's not the most dramatic I could use. Just examples. As soon as I'm spotted, if there's any possible way for those guys to shoot at me, they will shoot at me exclusively, even if it's involves making a difficult shot. Like, I try not to make it easy for them. The last bit of gameplay here, I'll show you in a TD on a wide open map where, as soon as I spawn, I know I'm not going to survive. I know I'm not going to get out of that field that it puts me in. And I tried to my best, and I kind of I'll show you at the very end. I think that video is just recent, so this is all just recent gameplay. Showing you, hey, sometimes the only hope I have is to just try and lock on and return fire before I get destroyed. Or maybe for an older guy, it's a guy even older than me. It's because of his eyesight, or he says another guy says, or my reflexes are not the way it is now. But for me, it's just a matter of the volume of fire coming my way, and that's okay. If you're a smart ass CC saying, oh yeah, they should have brought this into the game years ago, I've been advocating for this years ago. Fuck you, nobody's shooting at you. I've seen your videos, man. They don't compare to mine. Seriously. And again, I'm not bragging, I'm saying they don't compare to mine. Because each and every game I'm in, if I manage to survive that game, that takes skill. It takes skill to even survive a match for me. I'm getting shot at so bad. So for a game, it takes even just a little thing like that might help me out. Like being able to quickly lock on and return fire. Maybe at least back one guy off for a second. Maybe. Before his buddies take me out. Just so I'm doing something before I get wiped out. If you've never seen the channel before, please, if you do comment, whatever, I don't care if you comment or not. But at least watch some of the other videos. Watch some of the Kill Beer volumes. Before you say, hey man, you gotta get good. Lock on is for losers, or whatever. Man, you gotta get good. Because, man, as soon as I'm spotted, I'm the one the enemy team wants to kill. And that's what's unique about my channel. I don't see that happening in the CCs. I see the CCs walking out in the wide open. And nobody's shooting at them. I saw another English CC, different guy, the Panda Bear guy. Fucking Panda Bear dude. And another one of his buddies. And they're in positions, man, where if I go there, and they're wide open. There are two artillery guys on the enemy team, and neither one of them's getting shot at. Neither one of them is getting shot at by those artillery guys. Or even the end game, where the guy's trying to clean up at the end. These English guys. And even then, the enemy team is not looking at them. They're looking at other guys on their team, on his team, to fire at before they die. You know, when they're just doing the mop-up at the end. Doesn't happen to me. The opposite will happen to me, and it's in my videos. The enemy guys will rush me to try and take me out before they die. It's bizarre. But I have video evidence of it. They'll make it their goal to take me out before they get eliminated and the match is over. So that's why I say it's extremely difficult for me to survive a winning match. It takes a lot of skill to survive for as long as I do in a match. I showed this one because I had a decent game, I was on a decent team, and there's no artillery. So that right there can make all the difference for me. But just watch what happens here. You know, I just let it play out. You watch for yourself. But I've got a guy like Klaus is talking about these kinds of things that I've been talking about for ages now. Where they're getting different matchmaking. They're getting put on different teams. They're getting put up against different enemies than I am. They're being made, they're getting every opportunity to look good, and because they're free advertisers. Right? They're Wargaming's free advertisers. Klaus calls them WCs. Not CCs, he calls them WCs, which I thought was a brilliant coining of a phrase, right? Klaus is funny in the way he's able to do those kinds of things. They're Wargaming contributors, man. That's what they are. And good on them, you know, they got good channels, and, you know, I watch their reviews sometimes. But that's what they are. They're advertisement. So they're not getting the fucking anywhere near the same. I'm not getting anywhere. Let's put it this way. I'm not getting anywhere near the matchmaking they are. I'm not getting anywhere near their fucking RNG they are. Nobody shoots at them. Like it's totally, it's a night and day, as I said again in other videos. It's like I'm playing a different game than that. The World of Tanks is a completely different game than what I am seeing on their videos. What I'm experiencing in my matches is totally different than what I see on their channels. And so when they start talking like smug little fucking pricks, it fucking pisses me off. I know it shouldn't, right? Whatever. They're just dudes, right? With YouTube channels, but you know, fucking these smugs, frickin' English guys, man. And you'll kind of see what I mean here, where guys are making it their goal before they get... see, he's exposing himself to other guys' fire by aiming at me. I'll have this a lot. Just another thing to talk about, where guys have had outstanding games. Because they stick to me like glue. again, I don't mean that as a brag. They're just using it as a tactic to take advantage of, and they see what's happening. They say, "Hey, they're shooting at that guy, not me. I'm gonna stick with this guy." And they pull off some outstanding games, damage-wise, because their HP allows them to. Nobody's shooting at them when they're close to me. You can take this as a challenge. Make this the beer challenge. If you see me in a match, I think you should be able to rack up some big damage without taking too many hits. Right. I'm kind of waiting for guys to come help me out here. That's why I paused, because I know I know through experience they're looking at me to pop over there a little bit, to go just a little bit forward. And yeah, see, I thought I was gonna get him here with, but I'm not gonna get him. Right. Some other guy was looking at me exclusively and waiting for me to do that. Exactly what I did. But this team is good enough. There's some guys here who are capable of the mop up part at the end, the mop up phase, and to finish it off. So take the beer challenge. Again, I have video proof of what I'm talking about here on my channel. Many times over, where guys just rack up huge games for themselves simply by taking advantage of me being on your team. You're gonna shoot at me, not you. So. And I don't mind if I can get the win. Sometimes that's what, like for instance, in that other game, I'll park the mouse where I did. I know I'm gonna take the brunt of the damage. I could do a whole video clip too on just screenshots of taking the most damage. Getting hit the most. Bouncing the most damage. That in itself, in my opinion, should be rewarded more, as well as other things. I think I'll do a video on that. Klaus is talking too about other ways to try and maybe salvage this game. Things that could be rewarded more rather than the rather simplistic, frankly dumb scoring system that they have now. Here's the game talking about in the E4. Now, I'm watching this countdown, and it's encounter, and I'm spawned way out here. The only guy out further than me is the light tank, and I just got that sinking feeling that as soon as I'm spotted here, I'm not getting off of this. I'm not getting out of this field. And again, just an example. As I say, I have a whole video series of this on Kill Beer. Where I'm not getting out of here. Because I don't know this. I check out the name at the end just to show you on my videos. The artillery guy, right? Focusing me out. And I don't take I'm not looking at the name or anything there. I'm just showing, right? emphasizing, hey, the artillery guy here was focusing me. And I don't know who they are, but man, oh man, they sure know who I am. Every freaking game I'm in, it is so difficult for me to survive. Because they won't let it go. You know. And if the guys who were saying get good, you know, get good. Oh, tell that to the artillery guy. Does he think you're that good? Is he think you're worth wasting your ammo and reload time on? Does he think you're that good, that you're that threatening? That you're the guy he has to focus on to take out to have a chance of winning? As I say, again, it's more often than not a winning strategy for them to focus fire me. And again, I know it comes across as a brag, but it's not. I'm just showing you over and over and over again. I've deleted lots of examples of this kind of thing where focus firing beer is a winning example for the enemy team to do. And I'm thinking, you know, I gotta try and scramble out of here if I can. But he's not gonna let me. And there's the kill shot. So let me see all those guys who say, you know, I don't use auto aim. And auto aim is a crutch, and auto aim is for bad players. Can't do this, can't do that. Let's see you put up videos where you get focused out. Let's see you put out a video series. Huh? Let's see you put out a video series, a whole playlist of where you get focused out. Like, show me. Show me. Don't tell me. Show me. And I've seen that. That's why maybe I shouldn't talk anymore about those CC guys, but you know, everything's easy when nobody's shooting at you, huh? Everything's easy when nobody's got you in their sights. Maybe you should ask the artillery guys to conserve it. Put this guy's name out there and that guy's name out there, and which guy they'd rather shoot. Which guy they think it's more important to shoot at. Anyhow, guys, appreciate you watching, putting up with the rant again, and I sure hope they don't. Judging from the comments and those CC's comment sections, there's a lot of guys who feel the same as me, that they should leave auto aim the way it was in this game. For me, it's not about, you know, age or the reflexes or the capability, you know, to fight. It's about simply getting shot at and the volume and intensity that allows me to at least return a little bit of fire before I'm taken out. I thought, I was hoping this guy would exact a little revenge on me. For some reason, he does. I don't know why. He goes after the other guy instead and drives right in front. Like, kaboom. There it is. Game over. winning strategy once again. Focus fire beer, win the game. I could do lots of videos on this. Lots. So please don't take auto aim out of the game. Just make it even more unplayable for me than what it already is. Some new tank games coming out. I hope they come out for console as well as PCs. And anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stick around to the end. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Nice mannered, kid, just a little on the dumb side.